Welcome to the channel, everybody. So, I know I said that I probably wouldn't be able to do this, and I probably shouldn't. But first off, Gerald, if you're still here, thank you for dropping in. And if not, good night, man. Hope you get some good sleep. Um, I wanted to go live just a little earlier than I am right now, but which is going to cut into my time even more so than has already been done. Uh, I have just over 2.5 days, and I need to leave for Seattle a little over 24 hours over the after the time this a little under 24 hours after the time this ends, actually. Plus, we're gonna live stream Sunday night as well. It's probably crazy, and it's probably not the best idea of what to do, but I want to see if I can't get this champion. Me and Dee talked about it. I said I wanted this champion bad enough. I want to I want to try and accomplish it. Um, I don't know if I'm going to be able to put up enough points. You guys know as well as I do, I am going to lose a few fights. Quite a few, probably. But I am going to take the time, and I'm going to still make everything else I need to get done work over the next couple days and figure out how to get some time in at work at the same time, in spite the fact that money seems to be dropping off just at the end. But that's fine. We'll be in Seattle next week, and I can start working out there immediately and hopefully get things started to head in the right direction. But till then, I don't know. It's a bit different, and I know I've stepped away for quite some time, so I appreciate guys for everybody that stops in. But I'm gonna try. I'm gonna see I can if I can pull off my first grind for a champion. I don't know how many points we'll put up tonight. I'm going to get through at least the 7 and 6-star rosters, and then we will probably set an alarm for when the 6-star roster uh, resets. And then after that, I will probably grind everything I can for the next 2 days and see where we can finish things while getting everything else that I have to get accomplished. So this is probably the biggest challenge I've ever made for myself as far as this game goes, and I hope everybody gets a chance to stop in over the next 3 days. It'll probably be the most live stream I've been in the whole time. But we're gonna have some fun, and I'm gonna see. No matter what I put up, it's gonna be a record. I can almost guarantee you that. So, just gonna keep grinding away until we get through this the 7-star roster, and then the 6-star roster. And I'll see what point I'm at, because depending on what point I'm at, I may go ahead and grind some 5-star roster as well. At least, the rank 4s and above. I don't know how many extra champions that'll give me, but definitely worth trying to pick up a bit of score to make up for the fact that I know I'm 12 hours behind. So, really excited to see if I can't pull this off. And not only is this going to be exciting to try and pull off, it should be an interesting challenge, even with the fact that it's not going to quite work out. I am quite well sure that by this point, Dee is ahead of me in points, because I know he started way earlier than I did. The question is going to be, where do each of us finish? But no matter what, if I pull off getting the 6-star champion, that will be amazing in itself. I know this is going to be a ton of points. I've seen some predictions out there already as far as what it's going to take. And I'm interested. Um, it's definitely more points than I've ever thought about putting up in an arena. That's for sure. I've had a couple people talk to me about their personal theories on where they think I should land. Um, Obviously, my first goal is see how much time we can get. Not for sure how it's going to go from there. We'll figure it out. Like I said, every time that I'm going to do this as a true arena grind, anytime that the champions are available for me to be grinding, I will be live. Um, Probably one of the very few times I will be able to do this for quite some time. And what a better way to really lead up to the final goodbye to Iowa than to do the biggest grind that I've ever done. Uh, so, really hoping everybody gets a chance to stop in. Um, I know this is by far not my normal a normal time for me to be live, and especially not on a Thursday night. But hey, we're gonna go ahead and let it go, and we're it's gonna be several hours, so there'll be plenty of time for everybody to stop in. Um, if you catch us on the playback, feel free to leave me a comment. Let me know. I appreciate the support. This is going to be a huge challenge. Um, I know, like I said, I know Dee was talking about finding some time to go live over the next couple days for the arena himself, but he has been working a lot. Now, that being said, his definition of working is getting paid to play Marvel Contest of Champions part of the time. Because his job, when he's working, but when he's not, he's standing around playing the game. So I have talked to him, and I do know he has been grinding points already. Um, I'm guessing by now, if he isn't live or going live soon, he will be probably taking a nap before he starts the next round of his push. That means I need to hopefully take advantage of this and catch up to him. Not for sure if we can pull that off, because he does have a bigger roster than I do, and I am 12 hours into the arena and just getting the first points. But that being said, we're still going to keep pushing. We're going to keep grinding. I'm going to see, I know it's kind of cheesy, but at the same time, like, I'm Wolf, and it's the Wolf. I gotta have the Wolf. I don't care if he's a good champion or not. I've gotta have him on my profile, man. Like, and I know we're gonna get the 3 and 4 star easily. That won't be a problem. Gonna work our way through that, and there is a very good chance, especially if we fall short of the 6 star, that we get the 5 star. But ideally, I want the 6 star. It'd be great to have the 7 star. I won't deny that, but that's not going to happen. Because with the move, there's no way that I could even possibly talk about the pre-release bundle. I wish I could. I cannot wait to get to the point where things get back on track and I'm able to start spending on the game again so that we can get back to pre-release bundle videos. Not that I think everybody should do them, but it is fun to do. I won't deny that. And it has grown my roster quite extensively. Also, will not deny that whatsoever. So I definitely want to get back to that so that I can continue to grow the roster. Especially with the fact of eventually I do want to end up with a whole lot more 7 stars than what we have. But that being said, Werewolf by Night as a 6-star, there's not many 6 stars at this point. I mean, there's still a substantial amount, but not gonna say it's not like I'm missing a ton of 6 stars on this account. So making sure that I'm not missing this one is definitely going to be a huge win in my book. And so we've almost gotten through the 7 stars here. These will be basically the last 3. We'll have Morbius left to do as well, which will be my first time using him. So that'll be fun. But then it's the 6-star roster. We're going to have a ton of it. That's for sure. So, like I said, guys, we're going to be live quite a bit for the next few days. Which is probably a little detrimental to my well-being. Jokingly so, guys. But I've calculated how I can attempt this. I know, there'll be a few different time periods of downtime over the next couple days in between getting the champions refreshed, that I will be able to accomplish several of the things that I need to get done, as well as basically, do as much as I can. So we're gonna push it as far as I can for this, and then we'll see. I don't know. I mean, I'll admit, if I had started right on time and planned every minute of this the way I had intended on doing it, I think we could definitely have went for a top 100. I don't think I'm going to go for that, but I am still shooting for picking up the 6-star. And like I said as well, if I can even come close to DD's score, let alone beat him, that would also be phenomenal. But for now, we are going to get through the 6 and 7-star rosters. I will see how long we've been streaming for by that point, which, as you can see, will be a very nice, long, time-consuming thing. As you can tell that I have most of the 6 stars. Or, well, at least a good percentage of the 6-star champions on this account. So we will go ahead and go for what we can. Figure out exactly where I'm going to finish on everything. And we'll take the losses we take. Hey, Wolf, I'm sorry I haven't been so active. Can we talk after stream or whenever you're free? There's a lot that... Yeah, man. I'll get a hold of you as soon as I can. If it's not directly after this stream, I'll get a hold of you first thing in the morning before I start the next one. But we'll definitely talk, man. Feel free to go ahead and shoot me over a message and let me know as much as you want to start talking about, and we will, like I said, we'll make things work. Don't worry, man. I'm here for you. Um, appreciate you reaching out though. Hope everything is not horrible by any means. We all know I have had a lot going on the last month myself, so I haven't been nearly as active, not only on the channel but in my alliances, um, which is another reason why I'm kind of doing this right now, because it's gonna be pretty much the most time I've spent playing the game in close to a month, and I really hate that, but it was necessary for me to get everything done. Um, Aura Gordon, hi over on the Rumbles. Appreciate you stopping in. Sorry if I delayed on saying so. Um, didn't see, but appreciate you stopping in. How you doing tonight? We are trying to pull off getting Werewolf by Night in the arenas. I have never grinded for a champion in all the time I have been playing this game, which is 7+ years at this point. um, I mean, I've grinded for milestones on many occasions. I used to do that all the time, and honestly need to get back to doing it a little more. But that being said, I've never grinded for a champion because the scores were always seemed like they were way higher than I wanted to try for. That being said, I want Werewolf by Night on my roster, and I pre-release bundle is not an option right now. But that being said, in spite of the fact that I will be moving to Seattle, Washington on Monday, and I still intend to do a live stream Sunday night to say goodbye to Iowa, I thought we should also attempt to earn my first champion. Tashar, how's it going, man? Appreciate you stopping in. Yeah, but I mean, I figure one of the best ways to go out is if I can pull off grinding off not only the first time that I ever grinded an arena outside of like a Sunday arena on the channel, and the first time that I ever attempt to go for a champion whatsoever. You know, I had this planned for when I get to Seattle, but of course the timing did not work because I was pretty sure after talking to a couple people that the arena would be next weekend. And if it had been, that would have been perfect. And that's what I was planning for. But since it's not, and even though I really honestly, I talked about it earlier this afternoon when I went live to earn Cavalier on the backup account, or not backup account, but the brand new account, the little one that we just started a few months ago. I said, you know, there's no way that I can take the time to go to do the arena like I wanted to. And obviously Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, there's absolutely no way that it's going to happen because I have to drive from here to Colorado and then from Colorado to Seattle. And well, I can't grind arena and drive as much as I would like to. Don't have autopilot in my car. Sorry. And even if I did, I wouldn't trust it. Not like that. So we are. I hemmed and hawed a little bit about it, but I said, you know what? Let's go ahead and rearrange. Let's take every single moment that I don't have to either be sleeping, getting something done, or trying to earn a little bit of money on the way out of town, and attempt to pull off achieving the champion that I really want to have. And not only that, but also possibly see if, because the man himself, I know he is overworked quite a bit, and I'm going to try and still fulfill the challenge of at least getting close to what DD's score is, if not possibly beating him for this arena. Probably not going to be the easiest thing I ever pulled off, to be completely and totally honest with you. But hey, we will do what we can. Now, the goal is the infinite streak. I will never achieve the infinite streak. So let's just get honest right there. Okay? That also means, woo, how you doing, man? Yeah, I'm going to go for the 6-star. Gonna be a challenge. I will not deny that. Because I still have to get several things prepped for the move. I have to try and get at least a few hours in at work the last few days that I can, so I can earn a little bit more money. So I've been hearing a lot of mixed things on what score to go for. The lowest score I've heard so far has been 80. The highest score I've heard so far has been 140. I think, to be safe, if I could hit 130, 140, I'd be happy. I kind of like to go for 150, but I'm not for sure how reasonable that is, considering I've never grinded for a champion before. But basically, I'm going to see what the first run tonight gets me. See how many runs I can possibly squeeze out of the next 2 days, 2.5 days, and then figure out whether or not what score I can put up, basically. It's going to be a long shot no matter how I go. Especially being 12 hours behind on starting it. Start using quick fill. Stop asking for help. That'll help a lot. Okay. Thanks for the tip. I will do that. That is going to be one thing over the next couple days. Like I said, I'm going to stream every time that the champions are available and I can get on. I'm going to try and time my times as close to champion resets as possible to try and get in as many rounds as I can get in over the next 2 days, 2.5 days. DD theorized that I need probably 7 to 8 rounds total of going through my entire roster. I'm not 100% sure on that one, but I'm going to push as much as possible. Also, to not see the usual champions, go to settings and press available. Okay. I can do that. Um, yeah, I mean, like I said, guys, I'm definitely going to take any encouragement, any advice. Um, we all know that I am not perfect with champions. We know this. We are not going to get perfect gameplay. I am not going to go infinite streak. I am going to lose matches at some point. It's going to happen. Um, I am going to have to rebuild up my multiplier several times throughout the next couple days. I'm not even delusional about that. But at the same time, um, I will grind every moment that I can and still accomplish as much as possible. And then after I get through that, and obviously, I don't have the mastery setup that a lot of the arena grinders would run. So I don't have recoils or any of that on. Stop asking for help. Okay. We want to go to sort by availability. Make sure it's only the 6 stars. And we're just going to quick fill. Okay. But yeah, I mean, it's definitely one of those things. I figure we just all out, give it every chance I got, and see where we end up. Obviously, this is the first time I've ever tried to do this on the channel or in the game, period. Like I said, many times in the past have I grinded out the milestones. I used to do that all the time. And probably will get back to doing that at some point soon. Just because it is great for units. But obviously, we've had a lot on our plates for a while here, and we had other things that I needed to get out of the way. But definitely want to start building up some good units, anyways, especially with Cyber Weekend rapidly approaching, and then obviously the banquet event shortly thereafter that. And we know things are not going to be quite where I want them to be because, obviously it's going to take me a minute once I get out to Seattle to really figure everything out, make some adjustments. The living situation is definitely something I'm going to have to spend some time figuring out. Probably going to have to figure out the Wi-Fi situation, or at least more appropriately, the internet situation one way or another. I'm guessing the motel will not be good enough to stream from, but I might be surprised. We will find out. If it is, then great. If not, I'll figure out another solution. I'm going to go to sleep, but I'll keep you in the background until I fall asleep. Thanks, Woo. I appreciate it, man. Have a great sleep. And I will see you back soon, man. Appreciate it. But yeah, we're just going to sit here and, obviously if we put up enough points, the 5-star won't be a problem, which will be nice to have on the roster, period. But ideally, getting the 6-star would be just, even if we just got the 6-star and didn't beat Didi, it would be freaking phenomenal. Probably would be one. Would definitely be some bragging rights, and yeah, I think it would kind of make up for the losing the Cavalier Challenge when I did it. Which, by the way, if anybody didn't see that this afternoon, I actually did go live for a while, and when I did get Cavalier on the new account. Really excited about that, to be truthful with you. Actually, afterwards, I had over 30,000 Battlegrounds tokens. Kind of interested to see where that's going to end up falling at on even that account for season rewards. But I turned around and used those to not only open 3 Cavalier crystals that I got from the Loki event because it reset because I hit the progress, but also turned around and purchased 3 6-stars, and we ended up with a great opening. I mean, that account always has great luck, honestly, to be truthful with you. I got Mojo, who will be great for Battlegrounds. We got Red Mags, who is just wonderful no matter what. And then I awakened Omega Red. And, I mean, seriously, like, for 3 6-stars, that's pretty phenomenal luck, honestly. So I know at some point I am definitely going to hit a barrier coming up at some point. Kind of curious to see where that barrier ends up falling at. I don't know how many rounds we can get into before I start running into like truly challenging fights. But I think it's around round 15 is the first time that it steps up, if I remember right. From now, that may have changed. Like I said, guys, I don't grind arena normally. So it's been a long time since I've even really paid attention to what arena scores truly are, or where the infinite streak really takes off at, that type of thing. But at the same time, there's always a first time for everything. Even after over 7.5 years, to grind for the first champion that I've ever grinded for, I mean, that's definitely something interesting to attempt. So, kind of interested to see how everybody else is doing. Like I said, I haven't been able to not only have I not been on the channel a lot, guys, but obviously I haven't been on anybody else's streams too much lately either. So I haven't been able to pay attention to everything that's been going on as much. Barely been able to even keep up too much in my alliances because of everything we've had going on. Not only has there been the move, but several other major events that have occurred over the last month and a half have taken up quite a bit of time that, even if we weren't moving, would have taken up quite a bit of time. So to add the move and everything else onto it, it has definitely been a journey already, and we haven't even finished packing yet, let alone started the actual trip. So Do want to thank everybody. Already 5 likes on the stream for the night. We got quite a ways to go on this one. Obviously, we have to get through the entire 6-star roster before we even think about taking the first break. I expect I'm probably on a few occasions going to also include part of the 5-star roster. I'm not sure if we're going to do that tonight or not. Just kind of depends on how late we go for on this first round. Like I said, we're obviously starting quite a bit later than we should have to be really shooting for the champion. But at the same time, why not go for it anyways? Werewolf by Night, I've heard mixed things on him. I've seen a few things. I'm excited for him, just plain and simply as the champion himself. Wassy, man, how's it going? We did get through all the 7 stars already. We are working our way into the 6 stars. I got a little bit of advice from Wu when he stopped in for a little bit, and we are trying to save as much time as possible. I have not taken any major losses yet. We do have a streak going at the moment, which is nice. I do expect at some point. There's no way I'm going to keep an infinite streak going. Let's just be honest here. It is who I am, and it is how I play, and I will mess some things up, especially when I get deep into the roster and start using champions that I don't use on a regular basis. But as far as the score goes, I know I'm over 2 million. I'm not quite for sure exactly where I'm at. We have a very long ways to go. I will let you know more appropriately here in a second as soon as I finish Joe Fix-It here off, and we will see where we're at, because that should have been the last battle of these 3. So we're at 2.5 million, win streak of 13 so far. So, yeah, that's where we're at so far. We started a lot later than I was planning. I was hoping to go about 9:30, 10 o'clock at the latest, and it ended up being closer to 11 when I actually finally got to get in here and start. I did get some moves done in Alliance Quest on all 3 accounts, got myself something to eat, and then had one other thing come up real quick. Needed to say goodbye to somebody real quick. Not many of those have really been a thing over the last couple of days, but you know, it's definitely one of those things that as time draws near, if somebody wants to say their goodbyes, I'm trying to make time for that. But obviously, as time draws near, my time draws shorter, and I have a lot to get done. But what my plan is right now is I am going to grind my way through the 6 and 7 star rosters every chance that they reset, and I will put sleep, eat, and any errands that need to be done over the next 2.5 days in between those time periods, and attempt to pull off getting the 6 star. Right before I went live, I saw an infographic suggesting that he would go at about 135 mil. I've had a couple other people tell me some different numbers. I have no clue what is possible out of my roster. I'm going to be completely honest with you on that. It has been a long time since I have even attempted to grind an arena for even just milestones outside of just doing the Sunday arenas, which I know I can do those. all 3 of them in under 12 hours without a problem. Um, but I have not, on the other hand, attempted to do a full on grind for even the actual milestones on a Monday through Wednesday or Thursday through Saturday arena in a very long time. And I definitely did not have the roster I had now, and there definitely was not 6-star featured champions back when I did that. So, I am just literally going to see what we can't do and put up as many points as we can and see where the chips lie in the next couple days. And yeah, I mean, that's kind of where we're at right now. So, gonna push for as many points as possible. Dee and I have been talking. You're not going to push for 8.3, right? I am going to push for 8.3, but not until after I get out to Seattle. Golden Gaming, nice to see you, man. Appreciate you stopping in. See the Triple Z raid there. Appreciate that as well. Hopefully the man himself gets a chance to stop in. Hope he had a great live stream. How's it been going, Triple G? We have a lot to do and a very little time to do it. I am moving to Seattle on Monday. And originally, I thought this arena was supposed to be a week from now. And I figured I'd already be in Seattle, and Dee and I would do a dual live stream and challenge one another to see which one could put up the most points for this. And that didn't happen. I'm going to deal with some homework. I'll stop in every once in a while. Thanks, Wasi. Appreciate it, man. And thank you for the good luck. I've been good. I hope all is well. Yeah, man. Really excited to be on the road Monday. We are going to be, like I said, moving to Seattle. A lot of stuff has occurred over the last month trying to get ready for that. And I'm going to have a lot to do over the next few days. Cataclysm, nice to see you, my brother. Appreciate you stopping in. Hope you had a great stream. See, we came over on the Triple Z raid, but I think I saw something about you guys were doing some stuff together tonight. Triple Z himself, how's it going, guys? Matter of fact, Cataclysm and Triple Z, if you could do me a favor and drop both of your links for me. That way, if anybody, as people stop in to chat tonight, they can always scroll back and I can give them a reference to make sure they see your links and get you them subscribers, because I know Triple Z is definitely working on those 500. I have not looked lately, and I apologize on that, my brother. It has been absolute chaos for this last few weeks. And in the midst of the chaos, I decided, well, since the arena dropped a week earlier than I was planning for, why not still try and pull off getting Werewolf by Night? So, we, as you may have noticed by the thumbnail, originally planned this as a challenge to see if Dee or I could put up the most points. All is well. Good luck on the move, my brother. I appreciate that, Triple Z, overwhelmingly. Everything about the move has changed. I will be completely and totally honest with you about that, outside the fact that we are actually doing it. Um, I have transferred my job out there, so I'm good. I have income as soon as I get there. My place to live fell through, so I'm gonna be staying in a hotel for a little while until I can figure out a different living situation. But that's absolutely okay. I'll make that work. We are going to be able to at least keep doing videos because we will have Wi-Fi access, but I will not know whether or not I have good enough service for a few weeks to be able to live stream, but I will try as soon as I can. And if I have to make adjustments, we'll figure that out. But we will definitely keep the channel alive. We will definitely keep things going. We will definitely be attempting to pull off Werewolf by Night and also get everything that I absolutely have to get done before I leave for Seattle done over the next 3 days. So that I can crash out after Sunday night's going away live stream and then get up early Monday morning, drive to Colorado, spend some time with a friend there, crash out, get up the next day, hang out for just a little bit, and then drive as far as I can towards Seattle. Probably take a break on the side of the road at some point, and crash out for just a little bit, and then continue on until we pull into Seattle, check into the motel, drop everything off at storage that we need to, and start the adventure. It has already been requested by a few different people, and I kind of planned on it that I would kind of do a progression report as I'm on my way across the country, and so I will make sure that I keep everybody informed as well as possible. If I see times that any of my fellow six are live, obviously I know Andrew probably won't be because he will be on his way to Vancouver, which I would love to be joining him for, but maybe next year. Definitely next year. But if I know already, I've talked to Dee Dee, and if he's live at any point while I'm driving, I will jump into Discord and jump on call and say hi to everybody and kind of give some updates. I'm also going to give a few updates through the channel, and I am going to anybody else of the six that would like me to jump on a call during the trip, that if you're live, let me know. Otherwise, I will be jamming out to music, take a few pictures here and there, maybe jump on, I'll do a couple videos that I can drop on the channel after we get there, if I, for a few things that are definitely really cool and exciting. But I'm definitely going to be an adventure, even just getting there, let alone getting there and getting things figured out and making whatever adjustments we need to make. So look forward to hearing your progress. Like I said, man, I will keep everybody informed as much as possible. Trip, if I like I said, if I get a notice about you going live at any point while I'm driving, if I'm in a good area, I will send you a message, and if you're not doing anything that I'd be disturbing you on, maybe I'll jump on and say hi to your audience. Same thing for Cataclysm, Rizzo, any of you guys, if you're open for it. Definitely one of those things that love sharing everything with the community, and you know, I'm really excited for this next chapter, and it really wouldn't even be in discussion if it wasn't for the community. So if I can keep everybody informed along the way, I will do it every chance I can. So I think that's I think that's only the second fight I've lost the entire time so far, which I'm okay with. I expect to lose a few. I also expect to lose for sure anytime I'm live. You have an open invitation. Cool, man. I appreciate it. I will probably take you up on that a lot more in the future. I know we've kind of talked about it anyways. But once I get to Seattle, I'm gonna have a pretty strict schedule on getting things done. Um, the channel and making money, trying to build a new life. It's gonna be a huge priority. There's gonna be a lot to get done all the time. But I'm excited. I'm extremely excited for the opportunity to go out there and try and make something completely new. So I'll be completely honest with you. The last month and a half has been a lot of emotions just ever since this got started. Um, I went through a ton of stuff just trying to get this to work, and definitely not going out fully on the terms that I would want to, but I am definitely going. I'm working a 10-hour shift out of state right now, so stream's been hit or miss for me. I'm trying to make sure I do one a week for the game for yeah. Yeah, I get you, man. Trust me. Which honestly, that's another reason why I'm doing this arena grind for the next couple days. Is because at least then, if I can't stream when I first get out there, until I can get better internet, he's got something to draw from for at least a few weeks. Obviously, I have plenty of previous live streams that he can draw from, but at the same time, I'd much rather have it be something more recent. And I mean, what better way to represent me than grinding for a wolf? So we're gonna put up as much as I can and hopefully really get things going. Probably should not have pitched him to the special 3. That really sucks. 1 a.m. here. Got to get up at 5:30. I'm lurking for a minute before I crash. I appreciate it, man. And thank you very much so for the raid. I appreciate that as well. Always love supporting one another. And I'm sorry I haven't been able to return the favor as much lately. But I promise that the time is coming. I just got to get out there and get set, man. So, going home tomorrow. Congratulations, man. I hope the family's excited to have you back because I'm sure you're excited to get back to them. probably one of the few things that, like, in spite the fact, no worries, brother. I understand. Hey, Mon, nice to see you. Appreciate you stopping in. How's it going, man? Yeah, I know, Trip. I know you do, but at the same time, it's still one of those things that, I always like to return the love back to everybody, and I cannot wait to be able to stop into everybody's streams again and have a good rotation to things and get back to focusing on the channel and the alliances and get things really going. We'll be working out of state for another month. That's got to be a lot of fun, bro. Like, I'm sure the money's worth it. Um, but never fun to be away from home and sleeping in strange beds. I know that. So I I mentioned it a couple times. This is the first time I have ever attempted to grind for a champion. And I am honestly 100% not sure that I can pull this off. Mostly just because of the fact that, first off, I have so much to get done over the next few days. But number two, um, I'm starting the grind 13 hours late. And we also know there's no way I'm running an infinite streak for the next 2.5 days. It's not happening. Um, there will be a round where I lose every single match at some point. I promise you that. Uh, or at least, I only take one out of the three. But um, I am still going to attempt it, and I am still going to attempt not only doing so, but also, uh, you know, I'm going for the 6-star champion, and I'm trying to put up. The goal is to actually put up more points than DD, but I know that first off, he is already ahead of me in points. I have no clue where exactly he's at because it's been a few hours since the last time I talked to him, and I didn't check in with him before I started stream. But I know he will be streaming at some point over the couple days of this arena, and it will be interesting to see where we both end up finishing on this, because he can play even when he's not on stream. I pretty much will, if I'm not on stream, I won't be putting up points. That's pretty much a guarantee for the next couple days. I'm going to attempt zone 6 push. Nice. Let me know how that goes, Amon. Good night, Triple Z. Appreciate you stopping in, and thank you again so much for the raid. I appreciate it, brother. Like I said, I plan on being live several times over the next few days if you got time to stop in. And I will keep you posted while I am on the road to Seattle. So, I was looking for a partner, but taking long. Yeah. If I wasn't going for this, Amon, I'd jump over and make myself look bad and maybe try and help you out. But first off, you know that I probably wouldn't get us very far. Secondly, like I said, I really want Werewolf by Night. And I'd really like to kind of beat DD too, to be honest with you. Like, this will be the second challenge that's been issued between him and I. And yes, I have a more valid reason for coming up short on this one. I'm going to go for him in the second round. Nice. Second round, I will have absolutely no chance of going for him. That's for sure. Because second round starts on Monday at noon. I am leaving here Monday 8 a.m. I will be driving from here to Colorado, spending the night there and part of the morning there, and then driving from Colorado to Seattle between Tuesday and Wednesday. And yeah, yeah, Dee Dee's been working a lot. I talked to him this afternoon actually before I decided to go for this because honestly, I was giving him crap because he and I had been talking for weeks about this arena, and he's like, "Well, he was bound determined based off of what we were talking about that it would be next week would be when this arena fell." And I told him that I was pretty sure it was going to be this week, but he assured me he was next week. So we decided to do this challenge where we would both go for it and see who could put up the most points. Now, I'm right. And it did fall this week. So I got a hold of him and I said, "Man, there's no way I can do it. There's no way I can even think about going for it. I still have too much to get done over the next couple days before I load up the car to go. There's no way I can do it." And then I said, "What's the cooldown timer on 6 stars?" And he said 6 hours. And I said, "There's no way I can do it." And he said, "Well, I totally understand. I've already started my grind. I'll be streaming over the next couple days, any chance I get." He said he was going to hopefully try and stream today, but I'm guessing by the time he got off work, he was again tired and didn't get to it. So it will give me a chance to start catching up some, but I guarantee you within the next 12 hours, he will probably be live for the first time in a few days. So I am going to attempt to the idea originally was we would be streaming at the same time, or anytime he was streaming I would be on call if I was in Seattle and could not stream, because that's what was supposed to happen. But since I'm not in Seattle and I still have my full setup with the good internet, I said screw it. In spite of everything, I will fit sleep and the last bit of packing and the last bit of errands and work all in between time periods that I don't have access to the champions. And I'm going to crazily try and accomplish everything I need to and earn Werewolf by Night before I leave for Seattle. Is that going to happen? I don't know. But will I put up a very honorable attempt? That I plan for 100%. It's all good. If he's been busy, he's busy and gonna force somebody to stream. Yeah, no, he'll, like I said, he's gonna stream soon. And he wants to be streaming. Part of it is like I said, with this new job, he's been putting in quite a few hours. Plus, he's got a few other things going on right now. But I know he's planning on streaming at least some of the grind that he does for Werewolf by Night. We've already talked about it. As a matter of fact, the thumbnail that is up on the channel right now was designed by him specifically for this challenge. Him and I worked on it together somewhat. I brought him part of the concept, and he took it from there. And then we had this all planned out, and timing fell a lot differently than what we thought. And so we're still basically challenging one another and both attempting to pick up the champion. And the difference is there will be some time periods where he'll be grinding and not streaming, and because he'll anytime that he's grinding while at work, obviously he can't stream. And for me, if I'm grinding, I will be live. Which is probably the most backwards thing that you could imagine out of the two of us, because it, most of the time it's the exact opposite way. He's the one grinding all the time. Brittany, nice to see you. Appreciate you stopping in. So, I guess kind of technically in a way, just because it is my final goodbye, I'm pulling a DD, and I'm going to stream probably 3 times a day for the next 2 days, while still trying to get everything else done and somehow sleeping at some point. So, I guess walk a mile in another man's shoes. Probably will not be something that we consistently do on the channel anytime soon. I am honestly kind of surprised we have the streak going as far as I have already. As you can see, I am 21 rounds in with the streak continuing. I do expect to lose it at some point and have to start back over. But I'm going to see how many points I can put in before we call it for tonight. And then we will pick up as soon as all the 6 stars are refreshed. I'm going to grab some sleep in between then. And then when they go down the second time, I will get errands done. In between the second and third time, in between the third and fourth time, I will try and get some work in and try and make some money. I don't know. It's gonna be tight. I honestly don't know if this is even remotely doable. But I'm going to try. And at the same time, I do know, like I said, Didi is going to be grinding any chance that he has, that he even if he's unable to stream, but he will be streaming part of it as well. So you guys will see more of the thumbnail that is on this video, not only because it will be on mine, but it will be on his as well. So because we are both challenging one another to see who can put up the most. I have the advantage that I can decide not to do things over the next couple days and just stream every moment under the sun if I choose to do so, to my own detriment. He has scheduled shifts at work. And honestly, I think partially he's, I know he's tired a lot lately. Got a lot going on, which is why, him and I have talked about it. There's been plenty of nights where he's planned on just grabbing a nap and then streaming, and then ended up not being able to because he ended up being more tired than he thought. And I think we've all been there. We all kind of go through those time periods where we've done so much, and then next thing you know, you're just exhausted. I know the last month or so has been that way for me, which has been part of the reason why I've barely gotten any time of doing anything on the channel myself. Which is kind of ironic that we both kind of hit a moment. Mind you, my moment's been a little longer than his. But we will be coming back a lot stronger. We still have all the collaborations in the works. We still have live streams planned. We still have tournaments planned. We have so much going on, guys. And, you know, a few things have had to be adjusted to make things work. But, and like even this is 100% impromptu. The original plan for this was that it would be after I got to Seattle. And we're doing it now instead because apparently neither one of us can read a calendar properly. Not that I actually looked up the calendar, which I probably should have done to verify when this champion was going to be dropped. And then made the decision on what I needed to get done ahead of time so that I could have been doing this exactly perfectly. But, you know, hey, why plan your life in any way, shape, or form to actually accommodate your life? That just sounds dumb. Instead, wait till the very last moment when you're trying to get a million other things done and make an impromptu decision to grind for the first champion you've ever grinded for in your life. I mean, why not? Sounds like a great plan to me, or at least it's the plan I'm currently doing. So we got the first 5 million. We still have quite a ways to go. But we shall see how far we can get. How many millions can we put up? Can we put up millions upon millions upon millions? Or do we fall massively short? So I've heard several things from quite a different bit of sources on predictions on what he's going to go for in this particular arena. Anybody got any thoughts on what they think he'll go for? I know I'm going to have to put up over 100 million. That I've pretty much reserved the idea that anything under 100 million is not going to cut it. I did have somebody tell me they thought 80, but I really think it's going to be higher than that. I've heard as low as 120. I've heard as high as 160. I think 130 is safe. Champs lately have been going above 130. Yeah. I know that Seaton put out a video recently talking about Werewolf by Night, and I heard he wasn't too impressed with him. I know that can be a major factor on things, but I did watch Karate Mike's breakdown of the champion and saw some pretty impressive numbers possible with him. So I don't know. That's another one of those mixed things. I don't know if anybody has put out any too much gameplay with him as of yet, which can also be a factor on whether or not people decide to push for him too much. I think if I could put up 150, I'd be pretty solid. A lot of people are saying he's not good. Karate Mike is hired and hype man. I don't know. I don't go by his opinion. Yeah, I can understand that thought process. And I'm again, like I said, it's not about whether or not he's a good champion for me. I would love for him to be a good champion. I'm hoping he's a good champion, but at the same time, like it's being Wolf, I want the werewolf, and so he could get buffed though. Yeah, there's always that possibility too. Um, Either way, like I said, I really do. I just want the champion, um, and I think it's like I said, it's probably a little crazy to try and pull off with everything else going on, but what better way to do something big for the champion or for the channel? Champion. What better way to do something better for the channel than to knowing how much I've got going on, knowing very good and well what that I've never grinded for a champion whatsoever before. Like if we take the next few days after having not been able to do much over the last month, and then knowing that I may not be able to do much for the next week or so. I think it's a great way to really hang out with you guys as much as possible, um, and attempt something like. Plus, on top of that, it's a good way to remind you guys that I'm still here. Like I haven't gone anywhere. I love you guys, and I miss you guys, and I want to be on the channel all the time. And eventually, that you know, as things are able to grow and as I'm able to get certain things in place, it will make it a lot easier for me to do that. As a matter of fact, that's another thing about moving out to Seattle is so that I can focus on exactly that. I really do want to get back. There's a lot here that's not been going right, and it's made me have to make some decisions. And getting out there and having more earning potential, it means that I can focus on the channel more. And if I can focus on the channel more, I can continue to grow and get things going. We have done amazing over the last nearly a year. To go from literally no one. Yeah, I'm excited for it. I really am. Like I said, I mean, we took it. I've taken the channel quite a ways, and getting out to Seattle is just the next step in being able to take the channel where I want to go and get accomplished what I want to get accomplished. Um, and the more I get accomplished, the more I can hand back to the community. And that is my biggest goal, is to grow and expand the community and really kind of get to a point where I can have some large impact on making things better for everybody, and those closest to me and those who are part of this journey. And we've got the memberships live on the channel. That's a huge thing that already is starting to be one of my ways of giving back into the community. Um, Everyone seems to be going through rough times in the community. Yeah, it's definitely a rough time period for a lot of people in the community right now. I will not deny that. Um, you know, Dee Dee's working more than he planned by far. He'd planned on stepping away from working to focus 100% on the channel, and then a lot of things came up and changed that for him. And so, he's been stepping away a bit more. KT just had to relocate. Um, I'm voluntarily relocating a little more than he did, but at the same time, it definitely, I'm letting go of a lot of things here to make that even remotely possible. Um, I know a lot of people that I've talked to in the community, that are going through rough times. I know a lot of people that are also like really starting to have some things come together, and I'm really happy for all of them. I really do think that a lot of this is, for a lot of us, uh, they say you got to go through some rough times to get to the better times, and I think that's kind of where a lot of us are at. We've all had some amazing times in the last year, and had a lot of ups, and it's time for a little bit of down so that we can come back even higher and a lot stronger and make things even better and continue to reach those next levels. Um, and I really do think that's kind of where we've all been at for a while. You know, the last few years have been a major roller coaster for the entire world. We can all quite well recognize that. There's been a lot of adjustment periods for everybody, and some have come out a lot stronger. Some have come out just getting by, and some have come out in bad positions. Won't deny that whatsoever. But we just keep pushing, we keep grinding, we keep making things better, and we can bring it all up. I'll put this on background. Not a problem. Thank you, Amon. Appreciate that. I know I feel I've been really lucky with my life. Parents paid for my education, so no student debt or loans. I've been able to give back a little here and there. You know, I still owe quite a bit in student loans. Won't deny that. Hoping that is something over the next several years. I'm not hoping. I have a plan in place to guarantee over the next few years I get those paid off, and I put myself in a position that I can finally not only provide for myself, but provide for those I care for, and start doing things that I've wanted to do for a long time. That, you know, the channel is a huge part of putting that together. Um, you know, obviously being live on Rumble and YouTube, so that we can get AdSense on Rumble, and eventually we'll get there on YouTube as well. We have gotten to the point of super chats and memberships and all those things available on YouTube, and I know that you guys will do and help when you can. I never expect that from anybody. But at the same time, it is one of those things that I always do appreciate it, and eventually we will be getting, merch out. I'll be getting sponsorships in place. We'll get things going as we break that 1,000 mark, which we are rapidly approaching. So I want to thank everybody for that overwhelmingly. We do have 822 subscribers on the channel already in less than a year. Hi, yes, I'm alive. What's up? How goes the grind? Great, man. So far I have maintained the streak. I'm kind of honestly surprised on that. I say that, and then watch, this will be the one that it cost me on. But I think I'm 26 or 28 rounds in right now. I would have to look, and I may not be able to answer that. But I think I'm pretty close to 5 million so far. Where are you at? Like, I know you're ahead of me because you've been grinding for hours. I know you grinded at work and stuff today. So, what's up, Amon? Been as good as I can, broski. Just been trying to get rid of whatever whenever I can. 13 million. Nice. Okay, so I'm at almost 6, and we're at a win streak of 30. Not really hours, just fight here and there where I can't. Yeah, no, I get it, man. I know you're not just sitting at work doing nothing but grinding all the time. No, man, I know what's going on and everything. You know that. And, like, hell. I mean, if anything tells everybody how busy both him and I have been for the last probably 4 or 5 months, at least once every other day, Didi and I talk for at least a couple hours. Over the last couple weeks, we barely talked whatsoever. A few messages here and there, but it's trying to get everything that we're getting done. Just getting everything back on track. But I know for him and myself both, this is just a moment that has to be because of everything that's going on at the moment. And after things settle, we're both going to come back 1,000 times stronger than what we were doing even before this period. And that's kind of what this grind is. And it's my chance to try and remind everybody that, even in the most trying of times, we can push through and try and achieve something greater than what we ever thought of. So, trying to pull off a champion 3 days before I move halfway across the country while still needing to get everything wrapped up and still challenging the man himself, the true blue arena grinder, dementia dreaming, and trying to somehow not only get the champion, but possibly put up more points than he does in the arena while starting hours after I was supposed to and not having the time We gotta make is awe-inspiring. And if it's not, I don't care. I'm getting the champion. So, I think the community has missed you, Dee Dee, but take your time, get whatever you need to get done, and come back when you can. Yeah, that's exactly where we're all at right now. Wolf's been filling in the gaps. I I woke up 2 hours after the arena started, and I was like, "Nah, we're going for the second round." Yeah, I mean, if I could go for the second round, I would. But like I said, I can't drive and grind. And the second round will start 4 hours after I pull out of Des Moines and be going on almost the entire time I'm driving to Seattle. So there is absolutely no chance of grinding the second round. And I guess this is probably about as fair as you can get between me and Dee Dee having a contest like this because he is busy, I'm busy, and but I'm going to somehow end up live streaming more often than he does throughout this, and he will still somehow probably put up more points than I do. Now, mind you, he has a larger roster. Um, he has more ranked up champions, and he has the better mastery, and he's used to this. I have never done it before, have never attempted it before, do not have my roster ranked up nearly enough to be doing this, and do not have the mastery set on that I need to, and will only be able to grind arena if I am live. If I am not live, arena will not be grinding. Uh, if I'm doing anything in the game during a time period I'm not live, it will be probably Alliance Quest. Otherwise, if I'm not live, I will either be sleeping, working, or trying to wrap up the last few things here in town that I have to do. I'm trying to go live soon, finishing my 6-star champions, and then going for Titan 7 and 7. Nice, man. I'll be watching for you to go live as soon as I get through the 6 stars tonight. I will come over and raid you if you're still live. I don't know where we're gonna finish at tonight for points, but I will be setting an alarm for the second that the champions are available. And then we are going to live stream until they're not, and then get as much done as I can tomorrow after that, and we'll kind of play it by ear on what I can get done when. I don't even have time to do Battlegrounds push. I had nowhere to even finish. Yeah. I really hate Lazar. Yeah. Amon really pissed me off. Literally sent him a DM saying I'm really busy and I never forgot my pass. Still get tagged 2 or 3 times a day. Yeah, sometimes guys, like, there has to be a balance on where leadership lies on some of that type of stuff. Jakey, nice to see you, man. Appreciate you stopping in. But yeah, I mean, it's definitely one of those things that's important as an alliance leader, and like right now, my alliances are like I'm doing what I can to make sure I'm helping with my alliances and making sure I'm staying on top of things, but um yeah, this has been the longest period I have been hands off on the alliance. But even when I am, it's one of those things. I normally give people quite a bit of leeway before I start messaging, asking where people are at for Alliance Quest or War. Um, like, if you haven't joined within the first 12 hours, unless I know the reason why you haven't joined within the first 12 hours, I might say something. Um, After that, I really don't reach out to people until normally the last few hours, and that's only if, you know, we just need to finish the last little bit, or heaven forbid, you somehow still have not joined in the last 3 hours, then yes, I'm going to say something. Yeah, that's the other thing, is being reasonable about knowing how long it takes somebody to finish their pass and stuff. If you know that somebody's going to get in that last 5 6 hours and run everything they need to and make sure that they clean up that last section for you, especially if you know that that's the position they're playing, no matter if it's temporarily or if that's kind of how they always are. Yeah, you just kind of gotta be smart and pay attention as far as an alliance leader goes, for that exact reason. I do getting on people once in a while that, if you're not consistently pulling off your part, then yeah, as an alliance leader, you will hear it from me. And trust me, there will be quite a few people that are hearing from me when I get to Seattle. Um, just because, yeah, I needed everybody to step up the last few weeks, and most of my alliance has. Just because I couldn't put the time in. I shouldn't even be putting this time in, to be truthful with you. But we're going to do it because I want the champion, and because Dee Dee and I had this planned, even if it didn't work out the way that I was planning for it to do so. So, let's see. We are about 2 hours in. I gotta check and see, basically where I'm at on champions. I think we got quite a ways to go still. And then I will, as soon as we get through the 6 stars tonight, we're not even going to bother with the 5 stars. Not this round. We may bother with them on a couple of the other rounds that we do, just to kind of share up some points. Hunter, how you doing? Appreciate you stopping in. How's things going? Um, just trying to pull off, while being late to the party, still pulling off adding Werewolf by Night to the roster. So, well, the other issue is Battle Group 1. Every other week doesn't complete one day, and it's been dropping us out of the top 10. Yeah, see, that's another thing that I'm dealing with right now, and is that I've got a couple battle groups that aren't 100%ing every day. And we were doing so. As a matter of fact, we were ready to move up maps, and then all of a sudden, I started having people have issues, and I really can't say a lot until I get 100% back. But when I'm 100% back, everybody else better be ready to be. Because we will make adjustments if needed. Okay, so we still have over 100 champions left to go. I love willpower, healed all the way back up to 100 in incursions. Nice. Yeah, willpower is definitely one of those masteries that is extremely important to have. Wolf, you look purple in the face. Are you. Yes, I am purple in the face. Um, I could also be red in the face. Well, no, I guess I still say kind of purple. Um, but the red is kind of cool, actually. But we can be all kinds of colors, guys. Like, as a matter of fact, if we wanted to be. Wrong button. Let's go back. Careful. But yeah, no, it's fun. We've been kind of doing the purple thing for a while, anyways. We did it after we set up the new setup. Of course, things will change yet again. Here in a few days, we will be doing yet another new setup by the end of next week. Like I said, I'm not quite for sure how streaming's going to go immediately after getting to Seattle. I will be doing videos. I have some plans in place to make sure that everybody gets a chance to know how the trip goes from here to Seattle. Not only am I going to occasionally post some pictures, maybe even a little bit of video while I'm on the road, but also on top of that too, I have talked to a couple of the other streamers that I work with, and if it is a good point in a drive where I'm comfortable with the idea of jumping on call and hanging out for a little bit, I will jump on call with whoever is live and hang out and kind of give a progress report and, talk to, let everybody know where I'm at and stuff. Jakey, yes, I did get Cavalier on the Mini today. Actually, fairly easily, to be truthful with you. It went a lot smoother than I planned, to be truthful. But not only did we get Cavalier this afternoon, because we hit Cavalier, we actually triggered the TVA challenge with Loki for a second time on that account, and we're able to go ahead and get 3 Cavalier crystals out of that, as well as took my tokens from Battlegrounds and went and bought 3 6 stars to open. And I got a 5-star and 2 4 stars out of the. I don't remember which 5. Oh, Mr. Sinister. We got 5-star Mr. Sinister out of the Cavalier crystals. And then we went over and opened the 3 6 stars. And I pulled Mojo, Red Mags, and duped Omega Red. So, really happy. Um, that's going to be great for that account. So, really excited for that once we get there. Yeah, yeah. I mean, totally, the 6-star roster on that account is ridiculous already, to be truthful with you. Um, I've only been playing it for a few months, and it already almost rivals the second account. Obviously, it doesn't come anywhere close to this one. Red Mags is great, and the dupe on him, yeah, yeah, it is. Like, getting that awakening on him, knowing that he needs to be not only awakened but high sig to truly be at his best, is a huge puzzle piece. Obviously you got to get the champion, awaken him, and then get the sig levels into him. So we are 2 out of the 3 to bring Omega Red to true potential. And Red Mags can do so much in the game. So really excited about that one. Definitely gonna set us up really well between that and everything else that we already have going on, to kind of push eventually for Thronebreaker, and it'll be interesting. I might have to see which account I get to Thronebreaker first, because I do have two accounts now, both at Cavalier. So that means I've got a Paragon and 2 Cavalier accounts. So technically, one of them needs to get to Thronebreaker at some point. And then I guess kind of got to figure out what we're doing from there. I do know that I am going to have to grab some more tea soon. Because we have already exhausted quite a bit. But we still have over 100 champions left to go. 24 hours of stream, let's go. Yeah, no, Gerald. Still have quite a bit that we have to do. But yeah, I mean, amazingly enough, to be truthful with you, I'm fairly surprised because I have maintained the streak longer than I expected to be truthful with you. I honestly expected by now we would be having to build back up the timer or the multiplier again. Though if we do things like that too many more times, we definitely are. But I think we are 35 rounds in. I don't know. I do know that if I lose to Moon Knight, we will not find out how far my streak is because it will be over. So we can't have that happen. So Zone 10, if I get to Zone 15 without dying, then I'll push for it. Nice. Congratulations, Amon. I'm kind of in the same boat, except for it's like streak 30 something. If I get to 50 something without dying, then, you know. Okay, let's figure out where we are at on the streak, just out of curiosity. Gerald over on the Rumble. Nice to see you over there. 37. I'm actually further than I thought. So, we're doing good. Just a long ways to go. Like I said, we still have over 100 champions to attempt to grind out. And then after we get through them, we will crash out for the night, take a breather for however long we have until the champions reset, and then pop back in for a stream. I'll go get some of the last minute details worked out that I need to tomorrow for the move. Figure out how much work I can get in, and then do at least one more stream tomorrow on top of that. And then we will probably stream several times on Saturday to really make the final, really make a strong push. And then we'll get up early on Sunday, make one last final push, take a breather for a few hours while I go get the last bits of everything else finished. And then be back in time for the final stream in Iowa Sunday night. So, yeah, we got a lot to accomplish and a little time to do it. And somehow we're going to try and fit getting a brand new champion into the mix. So, have I lost my mind? Am I completely crazy? Quite possibly. Is it worth it? Probably not. Are we going to attempt it anyways and somehow still try and attempt to get more points than DD does? Well, of course. But after I take down Professor X with Icarus, I think I lost it. Hopefully not, man. Let me know how that goes. So we got over 7.2 already. How did I lose connection? What is going on? I swear if it decides I have to repeat that match, I'm going to be pissed. Oh, we got units. Do I actually have arena wins going on? I'm gonna laugh if I actually have arena. I actually have arena wins going on. That's. I didn't even pay attention to that. So let's go ahead and collect that real quick. And probably the first time I've gotten that in a long time. We also apparently had Tech Arena going on. Didn't pay attention to that whatsoever. That was close. I thought Claire was going to destroy me. Nice. Congratulations. Keep it going, man. And then we also have apparently 6 of the villains. Which, by the way, guys, we did not do a crystal opening this Monday. Partially because I didn't have many crystals to open anyways. And partially because of the fact that I decided we are going to go ahead and hold all the crystals until a week from Monday. So we will basically be doing 3 weeks worth of crystals the next crystal opening we do. So far we have a 38 win streak so far. We got 7.2 million, pushing that 7.5 million mark, and I am going to grab a glass of tea and then we will continue the grind. So give me just a couple seconds, guys. I'm going to grab a glass of tea, hit the bathroom, and be right back. Okay, guys, let's continue on. Let's see. Okay, no stream tonight. I'll be on in the morning. My mate who's in real estate wants me to take him out for dinner and drinks. Good news. He's got an evaluation for my nan's house for a price I wanted. That's gorgeous, mate. That is awesome to hear. Congratulations. Nice to have mates who can do dodgy when it comes to something like this and doesn't cost. Well, it depends on how much he's gonna drink tonight. Yeah, not a problem. Congratulations, man. Um, Dude, I want to finish 7 and 7. So close to getting the 7 star. Yeah, I feel you. Dee Dee, I don't understand any of that. Yeah, that's Jiggy. Basically, he's got a friend who's helping him get his grandma's house sold. So that is absolutely gorgeous, and that's helpful. And there's a lot going on with that, um, which is a great thing, to be truthful with you. Um, so that will make things a lot easier on Dee Dee going forward. So congratulations on that, my friend, and very happy to hear it. But I will be looking forward to your stream in the morning. Um, I'm sure it will line up with at least one of my mini streams over the next couple days, because we are going to try and pull this off. Jiggy, basically mom's brother, put Nan's house price at over $1 million, and my mate is got it down to $750K. I know it sounds stupid, but it's less than, it's better for me, and that's not how nice, man. That is good. That is really good. So Dee Dee, I am very happy to hear it after everything we've talked about over the last couple months. I know that is a big stress off your head and will make a lot of other things a lot easier. And I'm extremely happy to hear it, brother. So congratulations on that. Um, Definitely keep me posted. Like I said, I do what you got to do, get things taken care of. The community loves you and misses you greatly, but they will be very happy when you get things taken care of, because I know that means you can put your focus back into things, and you will be all the much better for it. And when you are better, the community is better. And you know, especially with me right now, it's I get it very much so. Not liking being away from the channel this much, but at the same time, the more we get taken care of, the more we can spend on the channel, and that's what makes things better. Man, sorry guys, I will catch back up on that after these couple fights. Okay. Uh, Died Zone 11 should retry tomorrow. Nice. Congratulations. Amon, keep it up. Keep trying. You'll get there, man. I know you will. I'm going to need to do some incursions at some point myself, and because I am going to want some more of those incursion crystals at some point. You got to pay property taxes, I assume, when the property gets transferred over, and the bigger the value, the more the cost, I think. Amon, yeah, not worth spending unless it's close to zone 20. Yeah. Man, I just waited out fisticuffs, but yeah, I'll try again tomorrow. Not a problem. That's great. Dude, I know I just want to be able to jump on and stream, but I know last time getting calls and having early annoys me more than, yeah. I get that too. Trust me. It's that you want to do it, but you want to do it right. You want to do it when it's you don't want to have to be distracted. You don't want everything else going on. You just want to be able to get in there, get things done, and really be able to enjoy the time with everybody. And so I totally get, wanting to make sure you got as much out of the way as possible. And especially, with everything you got going on and work and everything, the exhaustion factor of it all sets in. So, yeah, just get things taken care of, man. Um, But I do know well the community is missing you. It's been I've been live twice today, and I have been asked about you on both streams. So everybody is excited for when you can get things calm enough to be able to come back um, on a more consistent basis. But you have absolutely nothing to worry about, brother, because the community loves you and will not shy away from getting to see you. So, um, I'll have 5 calves fed my crystals opening itch. That's nice. Always nice to feed the itch. Probably going to be the longest I go without opening crystals will be this time right now. Because like I said, we didn't do one on Monday because I didn't have many. Plus on top of that, I really just didn't have time to get the video prepped and ready. And then we won't be doing one this Monday because I'll be on the road to Colorado and spending time there. So it'll be 2 Mondays from now before I open anything, which means it'll be 3 Mondays in a row without any crystals opened. I should have 15 to 20 crystals to open for 7-star Morbius and Werewolf by Night. Nice. I'm hoping I can get something put together by Morbius's pre-release crystals, so that maybe I can go for 7-star Werewolf by Night as well. Same, I had my first Titan saved for you, but if there's another meetup, we're both going to have to save another. Yeah, guys. Obviously, you know, Dee Dee and I both really wanted to make it to Vancouver. But a lot of things have happened for both of us. And that is not on the plate for either one of us. But that being said, obviously, Kabam's at Comic-Con tomorrow for New York Comic-Con. The Battlegrounds Brawl is next week. And these are just a few different events that I know of in it, you know, just this year. And there will obviously be more of these type of things in the future. And we will all get to a point where we're able to get together and be at something. It would have been nice if it could have been this one. Would have been phenomenal if it could have been this one. But because it can't be, does not mean that this is our only opportunity. So, if Battlegrounds Brawl becomes an annual thing, which it kind of sounds like it's going to be, you can almost guarantee both Dee Dee and I will be there next year. A year to get things in place opens up quite a few doors. The couple months notice that both of us pretty much ran into on whether or not it was even going to be possible meant that we both tried to pull off the impossible with improbable amount of time. And it just didn't work. Oh yeah, I ain't paying for them, Wolf, doing the free-to-play way. Hopefully that brings the luck. Yeah, I can see that. That's a lot of units. And if I can do it, like, I'm totally down. Obviously, this particular arena grind will make a big difference in that in itself. So we will definitely have to pull at least some. Like, especially if I get plenty of units, but then turn around and don't pick up Werewolf by Night. Um, yes, they are live streaming tomorrow, Amon. They are live streaming from Comic Con, and actually, they are announcing a new champion coming to the game that has been designed solely by Kabam, never before in the comics. Similar to how they did with the champion. Um, I don't remember the exact time for the stream tomorrow, but they are streaming from Aegon 2099. Adita, how are you getting tier 5 class catalyst? Suggestion on any way to do so. Battleground store is a great resource for that. Glory store, depending on your progression level. Monthly EQ is a way to get those. It's gonna be Rave Thanos. Instead of Infinity Stones, he has MDMA caps. Didi, if that happens, first off, like, you are now the Nostradamus of the MCOC world. So it's definitely not going to happen. But secondly, like, first off, I half the community will absolutely lose their shit and be happier than hell about the concept of that. And the other half the community will absolutely lose their shit and boycott the fuck out of it. So, it would probably be the most celebrated controversial champion ever dropped in this game. Could you imagine a KT video? Oh my god, like, I don't even know that KT. I think he would melt down in the middle of that video. I think his whole entire existence would just implode upon itself. It'd be worth watching. Oh. So we are over 2 hours into this grind. I have no clue how many champions we have done because I think we're on a 40 win streak or some crap like that at this point. Matter of fact, I know we're over that. Which, first off, guys, I have to say, that is probably going to be the most impressive thing out of this is how far I can keep the streak going for. I'm kind of surprised I haven't run into any death matches yet. Didi, what round should I be running into death matches in? Like, or is that not a thing anymore? Has it been that long since I paid attention to arenas that, like, that just isn't a thing? $12 to $18? Okay, so you are clear now. Oh, okay. Never mind. So, 12 to 20. Okay. Yeah, I'm well past that. I've been past that for a while. So, that's awesome. Now I'm really surprised. Maybe we can actually keep the streak going. But if you use 5-star rank 3 champions, I found after this point, you can trigger them. Okay. Nice to know. Um, I probably, this first run through, I'm not going to use any 5-star champions. I know there will be some run throughs that I do it with. Um, for 6 stars, nothing below 8,000 PI. I've never gotten a death match using 6-star rank ones. Okay. Yeah, we're 43 win streak at this point. So, DD, you can run recoils. If you don't run recoils, you can get death matches. Yeah, I'm not running recoils. So, and obviously we're above 8,000 PI on everything because I'm at the bottom of the list working my way up. How many do I have right now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So we're below the 100 mark at this point. I would never grind without recoils. I mean, I am. Yeah, I would think Wolf wasn't running. Yeah, no, I'm not running recoils. I did not switch my masteries to do this. So I know that is the standard practice. But again, guys, I don't typically grind for champions. So I've never ran recoils before. So yeah, that might cause. I have turned off recoils from now, and I won't be changing back until 8.3 release is finished. Okay. DD officially declares himself the winner because I'm not running recoils. I mean, it's very well possible, but I think it's awful early to be declaring a winner. And I think by declaring yourself, you make yourself a biased judge, and we will see how things go. I mean, you are going out for dinner and drinks with a realtor, and who knows what state you'll be in by the time you get home. Could delay your arena a bit. Any number of things could happen that could give me a chance to not only come back, but get ahead of you. I mean, I will not deny that considering you are already several million ahead of me, that I do have an uphill battle to climb. But that does not mean that I cannot pull this off. So, we shall see if the man has talked too highly of himself, even though he is the legendary grinder himself, or if I can somehow not only achieve picking up the champion, but also pull off the turtle in the hare scenario where Dee Dee took too much of a nap and I won anyways. Because we know that could happen. By the way, if anyone would like to hack Dee Dee's phone and forget to and accidentally shut off his alarms on him, I swear I never suggested it. Jesus Wolf sounds like he's threatened Dee Dee. Any number of things could happen to you. I'm only 18 million at the moment. I need to finish on 30 million minimum today. I didn't necessarily threaten anything. I'm just saying things could happen. I do believe if anybody has threatened anybody, when we thought this was going to go down next week instead of this week, which somebody 100% assured me that it would be, I do believe he did say something about calling in border patrol and having me searched, even though that doesn't work because I'm going from state to state and it doesn't work that way here. Wolf about to say Dee Dee will look like you could lose both hands in a freak accident and have to grind on your feet. I don't run alarms. Don't be silly. I ain't that organized. I told you second week of the month. Well, and I told you what days I was going to Seattle, and I told you that I didn't think it would work. Yes, no borders between states. Who won the game? Have we got a winner yet, Dee Dee, on the game? Last I talked to you, we still didn't have one. And that was a few hours ago. So, yes. The other thing that Dee Dee did not, no one yet, still. Okay, we're doing great. By the way, guys, Dee Dee has announced that the image is not in the first 2 hours or the last 2 hours of the video. So that does narrow it down to only 8 hours of video you actually have to watch to find it. So, if you have 8 hours to scroll through an entire video and search for a single image, feel free to go attempt to win. I'm definitely making them 6 hours next week. Yeah. It's the same watch hour as the last one. Ooh, there's a big hint. So if you happen to know what watch hour it fell in the last video, it is in a similar position as it for this video. And considering there's only a couple people in stream right now, that is a big hint if you want to go win it. And to be honest, it's not hard to spot to see at 2 times speed. Dude, 8.3 will give us 6-star relics. Damn. I gotta get on that. As soon as I get out to Seattle, I think it's time to start working on 8. It is one of the few things I haven't covered on the channel yet. So, I think we might just have to do that. PP are going to get prestige boosts. Yes, they are. So we are just shy of 9 million at this point. You need to find out what time the live stream is. They sent out a message a couple days ago in game on what time the live stream was. because that one's directly from Comic-Con. It's not one of their monthly live streams. We won't get that one until towards the end of the month. Oh, nice. I haven't read it. Yeah, go check your in-game messages if you haven't read it. It's in there. By the way, guys, I do want to thank everybody for the 14 likes on the stream. I know not everybody has been able to stop in and hang out the entire time tonight, because this is like way later than what I normally stream. And I know a lot of people aren't used to it, and I don't have a lot of the late night audience that Dee Dee does, because they're not expecting me right now, and yeah, that's fine. Everybody will realize that the next few days we are going to stream a lot more, and then we're going to stream a lot less for a few days, and possibly for a couple weeks. But we what better way to say goodbye to Iowa than to go out, you know, streaming every moment that we possibly can, all the way until we leave, and then turn around and, like I said, we'll be putting updates between my channel and you know, anytime anybody else is live that I'm able to jump in and jump on a call, plus on top of that a few other ways, so that everybody is aware as progress goes, where we are at and how the trip goes. And then obviously, as soon as I get there and get set up, I'll be doing tests to figure out how live stream can work, or if I need to make adjustments. And then after that, we will turn around and step everything to, I mean, we'll give, I'll be able to get videos out on at least a daily basis if we're not live streaming. YT, nice to see you. How's it going, my friend? I know I said earlier there was no way that I could possibly grind for Werewolf By Night because the timing did not work out the way I planned it to. But I've lost my entire freaking mind and decided that I would try, on top of everything else that I need to get done in the next 3 days, to be able to leave town and drive all the way to Seattle, to also decide that I would attempt to grind for this champion before I did. So, this is going to be the first champion I've ever grinded for on the account, as well as the first time I've ever done a stream trying to grind for a champion on the account. And we are going to stream a bunch over the next couple days. As a matter of fact, if I have champions available to grind arena with, we will be streaming. I will not grind any time that is not on stream for the next 2.5 days, less than now, because we were at just over before we started the stream, and we're already 2.5 hours in. Currently, DD has already declared himself the winner. Yes, I did get the 7-star Morbius. As a matter of fact, got to use him for the first time at the beginning of the arena, because I, of course, did all my 7 stars right off the bat, so that we can have them available for part of the way through the second round of the 6 stars. I haven't played around with him enough to really say my opinion on him yet, to be honest with you. And I don't have him leveled up yet. So that may make a difference too. So we'll see how. I'll be able to tell you a little bit better towards the end of the next few days what I think of him, to be honest with you. So stay tuned on that question, Jakey. I'm put a pin in that. Put a pin in that. We'll come back to it a little later time, and when we get back to it, we'll talk about it. So just not going to be today. But by the Sunday night final goodbye to Iowa stream, I will 100% be able to tell you what I think of Morbius. Especially since part of our goodbye to Iowa stream is I am going to do the Shooting Stars quest. Because, hey, another thing I haven't done on this account yet. So let's go ahead and get Shooting Stars out of the way and pick up another 7-star before we leave town. And somehow try and pull off grinding enough to pull off a crap ton of points and not only beat DD with recoils on and his hands tied behind his back because, things happen. But also with starting several hours late and having a huge roster, but not nearly as leveled up one as him. So, we got a big order on our plate. We got a lot to do, a very little time to do it in, and we are probably less than halfway through the roster at the moment. But let's go. Let's get it. As a matter of fact, we are on 49, so that puts us 150 champions in so far, including 6 and 7 stars. We do still have about 70 more to go. So obviously we will not make it to the champions resetting before we end stream, which is good because I do need a couple hour nap before we do the next run. And then we will get up tomorrow, do another run. I will get some of the things I need to get done for the move out of the way, do one more run, go work for a few hours, try and make a bit more money to set things up a little better for when we get to Seattle, and then turn around and do another stream and get one more run in, and then we'll probably do the biggest push Saturday and the final push Sunday morning. After we run out of champions on Sunday, I will turn around and go get the final bits and pieces put into place for the move. Getting the last bit of prep on the car done, getting laundry set, that type of stuff. And then after we get done with that, I will do the final goodbye to Iowa live stream where we do Shooting Stars. And then we'll get up Monday morning, drive to Colorado, drive from Colorado to Seattle, and start brand new. The channel will continue on, and we will be taking things to all new heights in a whole new place. So, the book shall be starting the newest chapter. And that's how we're going to look at that. So, Dee Dee, when do you have to take off for this dinner? If you haven't already. And how are you coming on your 30 million benchmark? I'll be interested to see what one full run looks like. I want to learn how to make RJ45 cables. YT, I know I should know that term. I spent 2.5 years as assistant manager for Radio Shack, and those numbers make sense to me, but where my brain is at after the last month, and considering the fact that it is currently nearly quarter to Ethernet network. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. They're really not. I mean, I can it's a series of cables, and it's really not that overwhelmingly complex, to be truthful with you. But definitely an interesting thing to decide that you want to learn how to do. Worth doing if you're interested, man. Overwhelmingly. So, I honestly don't remember the last time I even milestoned an arena. It's been a long time. So, definitely something different from what I've done for a long time. Need to be able to do it if I'm going to hardwire my house. Once I drill a hole, gotta push the cable with no plug on the end. Honestly, okay. So if you're just worrying about, if you're worrying about it for the plug purposes, you don't really need to learn how to do the wire itself. That's literally just adding the plug on the end, and that in itself is extremely simple to do. Um, the only thing that you'll need to know is the pin sequence, and then it's literally just popping the plug on and sealing the cable, and that's really easy to do. That's why I need to get the equipment and learn how to do terminate through the ends and patch panels. Yeah, I mean, if you wanna panel it properly, I can see that as well. Um, I guarantee you could watch a 20-minute YouTube video and get everything you need on how to pull that one off. To be truthful with you, like I said, I spent 2.5 years as assistant manager at Radio Shack, and we sold bulk cable, um, for just about any type of wiring you could think of, and yeah, it putting ends on cables is not hard at all. You just need obviously to know sequence the layout basically, and then have a good crimp tool, the right crimp tool, depending on what you're trying to go for. Um, the panels really aren't too much different, honestly. Uh, it's just like wiring a phone outlet, to be truthful, and those again are not difficult whatsoever. The only thing is knowing which wire goes to which screw. So simple enough. Trust me, man. It's There's a lot of things in wiring that is extremely complicated. That isn't one of them. So, are you just doing like a large computer setup, or are you actually going to do like your own server, or do you just want to be able to guarantee that no matter where you relocate your layout of your house, you have connections everywhere in the house? What are you thinking? Yeah, took that directly to the face, didn't I? Kind of worried for a second there. That wasn't the greatest run. Kind of started slipping a little bit. Thought I was getting a little too tired. So that's why I need to. Okay. I have 500 megabyte broadband now, and I'm having hardwired. Seems more worth it now. Okay, I can understand that too. Having the ability to hardwire everything so that you have best connections no matter where you're at. 27 pounds a month. That's not bad at all, man. That is not bad at all. Um, oh, that's gorgeous. Yeah, I have uh, 1 gig, and I had to go up to a business plan to be able to do that, and it's 200 a month. Um, so yeah, that's phenomenal. But that's the difference between, regulations and reasonable controls, and where I live, where oligarchies have taken over, and we are damn near in monopoly situations. Yeah, 900 megabytes is just shy of 1 gig. 1,000 would be your 1 gig. So, yeah, you're talking 34 pounds to my $200. Um, yeah, even with conversion rates, that doesn't add up at all. Yeah, screwed that one. That probably rounds down to 900 to avoid complication, even though it's likely the same tech. Wouldn't surprise me. Um, I haven't done a speed check in a few weeks. Um, so I know, even though it's one of those things that even though they say 1 gig, like there is definitely plenty of most of the time I'm not getting that. Um, Now, mind you, for me, it was more about upload than it was download by far. Um, so, um, as a matter of fact, that's one thing I screamed at everybody when I was trying to figure out the internet issues, because everybody, you know, I don't care about your upload speed or your download speeds. I'm not trying to stream the latest movie. I'm trying to stream. I'm trying to live stream. CJ, nice to see you, man. How's it going, my brother? So, haven't talked to you much, man. Um, Mind you, that's 100% my doing because I've been so busy. But how's it going? Trying to pull off the Werewolf by Night uh, grind. Not for sure that I'm going to be able to do it with the fact that it aligned with the move the way it did. And so it's going to be a little crazy, and I'm going to be trying to pull off a lot of stuff in a very short time period. Obviously, some things I don't have a choice. I can't sacrifice. They have to be done. But we're still going to put up as high of a score as I can. I get one round to do it because next week I will be driving to Seattle. Um, while the second round of the arena is going on. So we either get him now or we try a couple crystals later out of what we get out of this. But definitely not really ideal, and I started way later than I wanted to. Um, but still gonna give it a good try. Yeah, I just want a stable, consistent upload. Even if it was 20 megabytes, it wouldn't be enough. Yeah, I get you, man. Trust me. I was screaming at him. I'm like, I need at least 25, bare minimum. My man, I'm very drunk and able to pass out. Love the face cam, though. I hope everything with the move been moving swiftly. It's been an absolute nightmare, man. Honestly, but we're gonna get it done. Like I said, I'm all set to go, minus a few getting the last details in place. As far as the getting the car prepped, getting the last bit of packing done, and getting the last final things in place. But come Monday morning, I am 100% out of here. Um, so we will have a 3-day trip, and then I will be back on top of the channel and on top of the alliance and making things better. Man, well, if anyone can get through it, it's you. Thank you, man. I appreciate that support. Yeah, we're gonna get through it. It's definitely one of those things. Getting from here to Seattle is, I'm not gonna let anything hold me back or anything stop me. We've already had to make some adjustments and some changes, but that is 100% fine, and I am not deterred in any way, shape, or form. Like I said, Monday morning I am waking up, and by Wednesday afternoon I will be in Seattle. Um, and we're gonna figure out what we got to do once we get there. Um, I got a hotel in place for when I get there. I'm gonna stay in an extended stay hotel for at least the first few weeks, possibly several months. Got a storage unit secured. Got a few other things I'm gonna have to get in place as soon as I get there. Um, but yeah, I mean, we're gonna make it work, and we are going to close the chapter known as Iowa and start the next chapter for sure on not only the channel but my life. So I am extremely excited and massively determined. And also slightly delirious that I think I can pull this one off. But if I get this champion, if I somehow pull off putting up enough points in 2.5 days' time to pull off getting Werewolf by Night, it will be a major victory in my book. I'm gonna go head to bed, bud. I'm psyched for you, man, and we'll definitely have to get on call sooner than later and give some life updates. Lots to discuss. No problem, man. I look forward to it. You and I can talk sometime very soon. If we don't talk before I leave out for Seattle, um, we'll either talk while I'm on the road at some point. I plan on doing a few on the road conversations, or we can talk after I get out there and get set up and stuff. But we will definitely talk very soon, my friend. Get some rest. I am really excited for you, and thank you again for all you've been doing and all your support. No problem, man. Yeah. Then, like I said, I will be in Seattle by Wednesday afternoon. So yeah, we'll set up something after that, man. Yeah. Good night. Get some rest, man. Sleep it off, and I will talk to you very soon. Again, guys, I say it a lot, and I will never stop saying it, but I overwhelmingly appreciate it, guys. The 15 likes on the stream, people stopping in and hanging out, all the support, all the love, everybody stopping in on YouTube, Rumble, either or both, um, is overwhelmingly appreciated. And the fact that we've grown the channel so much so, over 820 subscribers, two members already, um, three actually. I take that back because we've got the one over on Rumble as well. Um, all the connections that we made, all the things that we have found ways to do so far, and now taking things to the next level with the move to Seattle. Um, all of this has been because of you guys' love and support, and I appreciate it overwhelmingly. I cannot thank you guys enough ever, but I will continue to try every chance I get. So, I know I am over 160 champions at this point that I have managed to get through. Not 100% sure how close we are to finishing up the 6-star roster, but I expect we will do that within probably the next hour tops. And then, like I said, I'm going to crash out for a few hours. Get up. Probably not exactly as the champions reset, which I know is kind of necessary, but get up at a reasonable time, get in as much grind as possible, get through the next full refresh, see where that puts me at for points, and then get a few things done that I need to do, probably get a few hours in at work, and then turn around and do another live stream tomorrow evening to do the third push through. And then what we'll do is we will do probably 3 lives on Saturday and 1 on Sunday morning. And then obviously we're going to do the Goodbye to Iowa stream Sunday night. But that will probably be the plan, is 7 full times through the roster to get us every chance we can to pull off getting this champion. Not sure what that's going to put me at score-wise, but I'll have a better idea of that by the end of stream 2 for now. Keaton Jordan, hey Wolf, I love your videos, your guides and stories help me out. I hit Cavalier last night. Awesome, congratulations, man, and I'm so glad I could help you do that. 100% congratulations on that. So, if you made it this far, getting to Thronebreaker is probably the hardest thing you can do. Wasi, nice to see you back. Appreciate you stopping in. We are still pushing. We have not lost the streak. So, you can be proud of me on that one. We are still on the grind. We have not finished the 6-star roster, but we also have not lost the streak. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, 58's pretty. I'm kind of, I'm kind of shocked on it, but pretty happy with it. But yeah, Keaton, keep grinding, man. Definitely, if you can get Thronebreaker before Banquet event, try and do so. It will make a huge difference. It will also make it a lot easier to get Paragon. Once you get Thronebreaker, Paragon is nowhere near as difficult to achieve. The biggest problem with Paragon is getting all the rank up materials. But if you have Thronebreaker by Banquet event, you should be able to get the rank up materials for Paragon. So, I was just saying before Wasi jumped in, Banquet is going to be sane this year, set with Titan crystals, 7-star shards, rank 3 materials. Yeah, Banquet is, it's gonna be. I mean, we always know it. There's certain events that like are account changing. Um, I will work on that next. When does the event start? It'll be middle of December. It'll pretty much be uh like last 2-3 weeks of December, because it's the build up to Christmas and New Year's. Yeah, like Wasi says, usually the 14th of December, somewhere right about there. I totally didn't even look where we're at. I just keep going, um, which is kind of the point. But we are definitely, yeah, we're getting through the roster. I think the last time I checked, which was probably 6 or 7 rounds ago, we had like 70 champions left to go. So we got to be getting close to um, down to the last 50 or so. Um, but like I said, we're gonna go until we finish the 6-star roster for this stream, and then we will pick it up from there. My team I used for Cav was 5-star, rank 5 Ascended Kitty, 6-star, rank 2 CGR Ascended, 6-star, rank 2 Mysterio, Valkyrie, and Hood. Just got rank 2 Morbius. Nice. Hoping it can take me to Thronebreaker. Okay, so this is the point that it's going to be more about roster depth than it is about consistency. Um, Going forward, you first off, you got a nice looking roster there just off of what you're talking about. But there will be, it's going to be about making sure that you have multiples of each type of counter. So you may have to spend some time getting some people ranked up. Um, but again, check out the videos. I normally tell you, a few different counter options for the pass that I recommend. But you can do quite a bit with that team for sure. So, kind of, little by little, make sure that you're farming up your resources. You have potions, revives, and units in place for each time you decide to do a run. Go as far as you can and then farm up some more and keep going. We will probably, once I get out to Seattle, I was actually talking about that earlier this evening. I actually just hit Cavalier on the brand new account um, this afternoon. And we will be pushing for Thronebreaker on one of the two other accounts shortly after getting out to Seattle. I'm going to start pushing Act 8 pretty soon. I don't know how much testing Wasi's done on Morbius. I haven't tested him nearly enough. I was actually just talking about that about half an hour or so ago. I should know better by the end of the weekend what Morbius looks like. But I've only really fought one fight with him yet. 1, 2. Okay, so we're down to about the last 45 6-stars. Um, No, because you'll need somebody with actual bleed damage. He just has an amazing champion, but definitely wants to be awakened. Yeah. I want to push 6.2, but I'm scared for some reason. Uh, Jakey, uh, just take it a little at a time, man. Don't, you know, give it a shot. If something doesn't work for you, then come back to it. Um, push your champions a little bit more. There's a lot of great videos out there, including mine, on every single level of 6.2. Um, I've seen your skill. You can do it. I assure you of that. Um, Keaton, if you're looking for good bleed 6 stars, obviously, my all time favorite is Nick Fury. But there are some amazing bleed champions out there. Obviously, Wolverine, X-23, there's quite a few. Symbiote Supreme, Black Cat, Black Panther. Again, quite a few. Is doing variants before the rest of Act 6 Smart. Variants aren't going to do much for you at this point. They used to be, but just pulled Hit Monkey. Very nice pull there, Jakey. That'll definitely help you. That's another great champion as well. But yeah, I wouldn't necessarily spend the resources on variants before pushing on through Act 6. You're just not gonna get enough of a return out of it. You can do it with a 5 star, Nick Fury for sure, especially if you have him awakened and everything. My 5 star roster is pretty deep, but I don't know who to use. Um, Feel free. Keaton, are you on my Discord or my line chat? Either one. Um, if you have either one of them, if not, add me on either one of them, and I will get you in contact with our groups, and you can do screenshots of your roster. And we have, links are on the channel description, as well as they should be in the description of this video as well. But yeah, I can get you connected with a whole network of people that will help you look over your roster and make suggestions for different levels as you're getting through them. Even if I'm not necessarily available, we'll have somebody like Wasi, or I have a whole list of people, no matter which one you want to use, that are always available and always willing to help. YT, thank you for dropping that. I appreciate you. Um, that is the link if you guys do want to send any kind of tips to the channel. Always appreciated. Um, Never feel necessary. Amon, have a great night. I appreciate you. Thank you for stopping in. Night, day, whichever one it is where you are. Always forget which time zone you're in, man. But thank you for hanging out for a while, man. I really appreciate it. And there is the Discord link as well from YT if you need that, Keaton. Also, on top of that, like I said, you can, if you use line chat, feel free to get that one. I have a group on there with over 100 people in it, um, and there's always somebody on. Look me up on line chat. It's Wolf DT269. Just join the Discord. I will join the line as well. Okay. Yeah, online chat, it's WolfDT269, the exact same thing as the backup account. Um, so, yeah, just after I get off stream, I will accept any requests that get sent, and then I can add you into the groups as well. So, for the Discord group, just make sure you do go over to the rules and accept them so that you can be able to post. But once you get in there, like I said, uh, just let people know which level you're looking at, or what you're looking for particular champion advice, and then pop out in some screenshots, and there's always somebody on that can help you. One of the great things about this community is there's always people willing to help. And I try overwhelmingly to promote that big time. Just because I definitely want to see everybody succeed. But also on top of that, I know how amazing this community is and how great we can people can be within it. And despite the fact that there is a lot of toxicity out there, just added you online and sent chat to Wolf. Wasi on Discord is what? You're Wasi on there, or still, I believe, if I remember right. Or it's Wasabi. It's something like that. Man, I swear I'm not tired. I don't know what I'm talking about. So, on line chat, he is fridge pudding. I know that for sure, though. Yeah, it's like wasabi over on Discord. I should know these things 100% off the top of my head, even when I'm 3/4 of the way asleep. But after the last month, I'm lucky I know my own name when I'm this tired. So we're just going to go ahead and go with it. Amon, welcome back. Wasabi bit sushi is so good. In spite taking Japanese in high school, I have never had sushi in my life. I'm at 32 level 1 revives, 25 level 2 revives. I don't even know what I'm at on here. On this account, I have tons. On the accounts that need them, which this account is going to need them soon, because we are going to go ahead and do Act 8 after we get out to Seattle. Hey, I'm over 12 million points. I think I added you on Discord. Yeah, that's it. It's Wasabi. I'm gonna grind them out for 8.3. Yeah, I still have to start Act 8. Period. Um, haven't done any of Act 8. Pretty much, I got Paragon and went, "Yep, we're gonna take a break and work on other stuff for a while." And that's been where I've been at since. Ah, I bought some revive bundles and farmed them, so I stacked revives and health potions and energy refills. Yeah, especially on this account, I've got so many energy refills in the overflow. I've got health potions, revives, bundle, all that stuff in the overflow. Um, on the second account, I have plenty of each in the overflow. On the third account, on the other hand, um, not as much so, to be truthful with you. Come on. Poison yourself to death so that I can finish you. One day before they announced 7 and 7, I did another round of Gauntlet. So yeah, yeah, before they announced 8, you did Gauntlet. Yeah, I get you, man. Um, they're really good about that. Like, announcing something right after the community uses up all their resources because they're like, fine, screw it. But, hey, kabam. I think Battle Realm Brawl meetup. I should have 3 7 stars to open the day, and a Dupa Champ. I have a Titan Crystal. That is great, Amon. You're gonna have to tell me how that goes. Like, I really wanted to be there for the meetup. Um, like I said, I was really excited to be. It just didn't line up, especially with everything with the move and stuff. I mean, the move had to happen to be even able to talk about doing the meetup, but the move is not going the way that everything was planned. So, and on top of that, too, with the extremely short notice, there was no way for me to get my passport in time. But that just means that A, I'm going to save money on my passport. And B, once I get established out in Washington, I will be applying for my passport. Um, and I'll be able to go to anything from that point forward. I will. I'm gonna get Dooley to open. Hopefully, I can find Seaton to open one, and 2 other people. Um, I know that I talked to several people that were supposed to be that are going to be there for sure. Usafa is going to be there. I know that for a fact. Um, who else was I was talking to about? Uh, Abdo's going to be there. Um, yeah, I mean, there's several people that, like I said, and Didi could tell you better than I could because he was coordinating a meetup and I was kind of tagging into the end of it. But that was also because, like I said, at that point in time, at first it looked like he was definitely going to be able to go, and I wasn't. And then it looked like we were both going to be able to go. And then it looked like I was going to be able to go, and he wasn't. And then it finally finalized that neither one of us were going to make it. And yeah, it sucked. If Dark Digging Dave is there, I'll get him to open one since I heard he moved to Vancouver. Yeah, he started working for Kabam even before Mike did. Um, so I wouldn't be surprised if he's there. I would kind of almost expect that he would be. Um, yeah, we're talking about Vancouver. Battlegrounds Brawl. We are about a week away from it. As a matter of fact, that was part of the reason why I timed my move when I did, because no. Originally, like I said, Dee was gonna go, and I wasn't gonna be able to make it, and then we thought both of us were gonna be able to go. And then it really kind of worked out. Dee ran into some problems with his passport. Just, and I couldn't get mine in time. I talked to the State Department. At first it sounded like I was going to be able to get it in time, and then there's a lot of delays right now. Obviously, government issues, but a lot of people let their passports expire during the massive sickness, and so a lot of people had to get theirs renewed. And a lot of people decided to travel for the first time. So the State Department is massively backed up right now. But like I said, once I get to Seattle and get settled, yeah, Amon was going to save crystals so both of us could open them for him. And unfortunately, that will have to happen at a meetup in the future. But there will be meetups in the future. I guarantee you that. Dee and I, the second we started talking about him not being able to make it, even before we knew that I definitely wasn't going to be able to either, we started talking about other things in the future. Carol Roberts had me worried there, Mojo. How's it going? Appreciate you stopping in over on the Rumbles. Yeah, we are actually getting through this, guys. We're getting down to the last ones. You're good. I sent pics to Wasabi. No problem. Like I said, man, there's always going to be somebody in the community to help, and I'm very happy to make sure that I open that for you to be able to do so. Like I said, I put out a lot of videos to help people as well on certain things, and I've got several more series coming in the near future. Just got to get out to Seattle so that we can get back to work hardcore on things. But until then, I always have my line chats and my Discord groups and all of that. Bro, that's tough with Vancouver. Yeah, it really is. Was really excited. But it's okay. Like I said, like just because we're not gonna make it to this one doesn't mean that we're not gonna do something big in the future. Um, and that's exactly where we're at on this. Um, we're just not going to make it to this one, but it'll give us more time to get things in place and do things right the next time that there is something available for us to do. Um, and, even without Vancouver working out, it's part of what brought about the move to Seattle in itself. So I've got a lot of really good things going. Um, so, I mean, we have a massive upside. And, we've grown quite a bit. I mean, Wasi knows well. Wasi's one of the original channel subscribers. Jakey, I'm looking on YouTube. Nice. Thank you. Appreciate you, Jakey. Yeah, I mean, I think if I remember right, me and Wasi talked about this at one point in time. I think I was 60 or 70 subscribers when Wasi found the channel. Yeah, we've almost been going at this for almost a year. And at that point, I think I just broke 600. And we were talking about how huge the growth had been. And now we're over 800 and pushing for that 1,000 mark. As a matter of fact, we are 1 month and 1 week away from 1 year of having the channel. And it is truly amazing to see the amount of growth that we have had in that amount of time. What I've done with now 3 accounts. How many of you guys have been able to join and become part of the channel? The fact that we have memberships going now, the collaborations with Didi and Cataclysm and Rizzo and Triple Z and Andrew, hanging out with Mama Bear and Prof, Yusafa, so many others in the community that are now, we're connected with. And it's been an amazing ride so far. And if you guys think this first year was impressive, wait till you see what we do the second one. Hussein, nice to see you. Appreciate you stopping in. Both at the same time, Jakey. Appreciate it, man. Definitely helps. Thank you for the support. Give me a second, guys. I saw several messages there that I know I need to catch up on, but didn't think. Okay. I'm looking to 100% 8.3 in 2 days. Congratulations, Amon. Hopefully you get it. Wasi planning to do it in 1 day. Not a surprise. Wolf, I'm going to get some sleep. I'll be swinging around these other grind streams. Thank you, Wasi. Appreciate that, man. Get some sleep. Thank you for stopping in. We 69 win streak. We 13 million so far. And we are down to the last 18 champions. So I think I get tired out in one. Wasi is a beast. I will tell you that much. I have seen. If you've seen what the man has done in as short of a time period with his account as he has had it, Like he is truly impressive. The skill that he has, I will like. Yes, what I have done with my channel has been impressive, but what that man does with his account is absolutely gorgeous. Um, Never deny that, guys. He is a great resource in this community. He knows quite a bit about the game. Um, and him and I have talked many hours over this last year about a lot of different things in the game. So, yeah, he's a very important member of this community, guys, and a wonderful resource if you ever catch him on line chat or Discord and need to ask his advice. Um, it's definitely worth listening to. Um, he has been a wonderful supporter, and I appreciate that overwhelmingly. Not that I don't appreciate every single one of you guys, but uh, yeah, there are times though I do think that he has sold his soul to this game, or at least Mephisto or somebody, because yeah, definitely a high level player for sure. Should I reg to Betsy, Monkey, or White Mags? Um, mm, I would say, um, I'd say probably. I want to say Monkey, but at the same time, okay. Do you have red mags? Yeah, I'd say hit Monkey personally for Act 6. Um, no red mags. Speaking of mags, I think that's going to be it right there. Um, I think that just cost us the streak. But yeah, Monkey, that's kind of what I was thinking too. Oh, it didn't cost us the streak. I thought I'd lost two there. Haha, still going. No, we're at 70. I only lost one there. I thought I'd lost two. So no, we did keep it. Okay, Wasi, thanks for sticking around, man. Um, get some rest. I'll talk to you soon. We only got a few more left to go to hopefully hold on to the streak for the entire stream. So, let's see if we can pull this off. Like I said, guys, I am definitely getting tired. We are at almost 3 a.m. We have been going for nearly 4 hours. Uh, but we have nearly finished off the roster for the 6 and 7 stars, and we will see what that puts us at. I think if I can maintain the streak for the rest of the stream, we should be well over 15. Um, and then, it's gonna be how much can we grind for the next 2 days. Yeah. Um, yeah, like I said, I'm gonna finish out the 6 star roster and then we'll get some sleep, and then we'll pick it up tomorrow. I'll get as much as I need to get done, and then we'll get at least 2 streams in tomorrow, and probably I'm thinking 3 on Saturday, and we'll end up doing 2 streams on Sunday, one to finish off the arena and one to be the final goodbye to Iowa stream that I've been planning for. Okay, how am I in the middle of a special and he's beating on me? That I would like to know. Okay, we have to beat Null here, which will be interesting in itself. Because I literally never play Dragon Man. But there we go. So we kept the streak. That is all that matters. That is 71. Got a few more left to go, guys. We are getting into some of the more interesting champions. We have 9. We have 12. We have 4 rounds left to go. So, not going to be easy, but we are going to attempt it. So, been an absolutely wonderful stream, guys. I want to thank everybody for stopping in and hanging out, no matter when you made it in, no matter how long you were able to hang out. It has been absolutely wonderful, and I want to thank everybody for the support. Like I said, we're going to do several over the next couple of days. Didi feels that he has already declared himself the winner. But I'm sitting here grinding, and he's out for dinner and drinks. So, like I said, we got a tortoise in the hare type thing going on here. He may have a solid start ahead of me already, but I think he's gonna get caught napping, and I'm gonna move right on in there and bring it back. So, not 100% sure that we can get him, but I am definitely going to put the hurt on and make him work for it. He, no matter what, he is not getting this win easily. This is the second challenge that him and I have done against one another. I did lose the first one. I did not get Cavalier in a single night like I was planning. We did finally get it. That was done like 13 hours ago. Really happy on that one. Like I said, I do have Cavalier on 2 accounts and Paragon on the 3rd at this point. So at some point, I'm going to have to decide which account goes to Thronebreaker first, or if we take both accounts to Thronebreaker. The whole point of the new account was to see how far we could get by banquet event, and having already made it to Cavalier is amazing, and I am excited to say that we have pulled that off in about 4 months' time. That's extremely wonderful. and exciting. So is the fact that we are on a 72 win streak at the moment. Let's see if we can carry that all the way through the final bit of the 6-star roster. And I am actually kind of honestly amazed that it works out that my 6 and 7-star roster is just the right numbers to be even numbers of arena rounds. I have exactly groups of 3, which is, I think I have exactly 75 groups of 3 to be truthful with you, which is kind of cool. And definitely something that I will screw up by getting Werewolf by Night. But the sad thing is I clinched that by getting Morbius today. Because we would have been two champions shy, and would have either had to throw in a 5-star to finish all the 6 stars, or left 2 6 stars unused. Like I said, we will probably, depending on how long each stream goes for, and depending on how much we get done in between streams and timing and everything, there will be at least a couple rounds where we actually do dig into the 5 stars and continue on. This first round will not be it. This will be literally finish off the 6 stars, and so we're going to do 2 more, see if we can't pick up that win streak of 75, and that will be where we call it if that is what we pick up. If we lose it on this one or the next one, I'm actually going to kind of laugh. Be kind of ironic to get only 2 more only 2 away from a perfect win streak just to lose it. But hey, that was timed badly, and that wasn't going to work at all, so I don't know why I tried pulling it off, but it worked. So we have not lost the win streak. We are not going to lose the win streak. We are going to continue to get this win streak done. Or at least that's what we're telling ourselves until we actually lose 2 out of 3. I'm actually kind of surprised, guys. I really did not expect to get through the entire roster without losing and having to rebuild up the multiplier at least once, if not twice, possibly even more. So to be down to these last 6 champions and still have the win streak alive, I am quite proud of, and means that we may start picking some champions here and there that we really want to go for. We are definitely going to need to be getting more of these up to rank 3, but that's something that I've been working on already. So that really isn't a problem. As a matter of fact, I've been trying to work on getting all my 6 stars to rank 3 before I worry too much about taking anybody else up to rank 4 or 5. Not that I don't have the resources to take somebody up to rank 5, but I just kind of wanted to have, for battlegrounds and for arena purposes and everything else, everybody to rank 3, because it definitely makes things a lot better. As a matter of fact, if everybody was at rank 3 right now and we were on this kind of win streak, we'd be doing, we'd have quite a few more points than what we already do. Obviously, this is the last batch of 3. If we get through this fully alive with the win streak, it'll put us just over 14 million. I thought we were going to be closer to 15, but I thought we might actually get a little over 15, but I will take that. 14 isn't a bad start by any means. Does feel pretty solid to start things out with, and I'm like I said, we're gonna at least 2 more streams tomorrow, at least 3 on Saturday, and at least 1 on Sunday. Would put us 7 rounds of grind towards picking up Werewolf by Night, and I have been advised that might just do it. At least a couple of those grinds will include the 5 stars, like I said. It just keeps going. Yes, it does. Yeah, I mean, we only need to win 1 of these next 2 fights, and we maintain the entire we maintain the win streak through the entire roster. So that's probably the biggest thing that comes out of tonight already, is just the idea that I pulled that off. And I'm really excited about that, to be honest with you. And there it is. Still obviously want to win this next fight if we can, because we need as many points as possible. But that does mean that I can get through the entire 5 and 6, or the entire 6 and 7 star roster without losing the win streak. So that gives us a lot to work with if we can maintain this for the next 2 days. Yeah. There we go, guys. 75 streak of arena wins. We have over 3 hours till champions are ready, and I think that is a great time to call it for the night and get some rest. And let's see. So it looks like that my YouTube is crazy, for sure, because it tried to tell me that Triple Z was still live, and I know he ain't. But it does look like we do have another great member of the community that is actually live right now, and I think we will jump over and throw him some support.
I forgot what he had already.
I want to thank everybody again who has stopped in. I'm going to drop a link for Max's channel. If anybody wants to go over and give Max a raid and give him some love, please do so with a hashtag Wolfpack raid and say hi for me. Amon, good night, my friend. Thank you very much. Like I said, I will be back tomorrow. We're going to do at least 2 rounds tomorrow of this, and then 3 on Saturday and 1 on Sunday. hopefully we get Werewolf by Night. It will be an amazing push. I am really excited to attempt this. And thank you guys for all the love in the sport. Jakey, have a great night. I will talk to everybody very soon. I hope everybody has a great day, a great night, and pulls a God tier champion soon. Peace out.